This is the sheriff's office, and what we'd like to do is talk to you about there's always something happening at your house, and that's what we kind of want to talk to you about. You've probably seen some cop shows and stuff, right? You've seen police shows and things like that. You do have rights and stuff, and so before asking questions, you must understand your rights. You want to go ahead and talk to us about what happened tonight?
Yes, sure.
Okay. If you do, just exactly what I want to do is make sure you understand that this is a waiver, right? Saying you're waiving your rights. What I'd like to do is make sure you can read and write. If you would, read that last paragraph out loud.
I've read this statement of my rights and understand what my rights are.
You've never been in any trouble, have you?
No, sir.
So, no trouble in school, nothing like that?
No, sir.
I understand that your father had passed away.
Yes, sir.
How did he pass away?
He died from Garrett's disease.
Pretty rough on you, wasn't it?
No, sir.
It didn't bother you?
No, sir.
I was told that it bothered you. That you were upset about your dad. Is that not true?
No, sir.
So it is true?
No, sir.
Okay.
Have you ever had to see a doctor for anything as far as having problems with thinking about things or anything?
I saw his therapist shortly after. That wasn't a very long duration of time.
What was that about? Who wanted to see a therapist?
My mother.
She did. Okay, so there was just a couple times is all you saw. How long ago was that?
Year that we moved here.
You remember what year that was?
2008, I think.
What were the reasons that your mama wanted you to go there?
She never told me.
Something went on at your house today, and I just kind of like you to kind of tell us what happened.
I killed my mom in her sleep with a sledgehammer.
Is there a reason why you did that?
Yes, sir.
Well, can you tell me why?
No, sir.
You can't tell me why?
No, sir.
Is it a reason you don't know why you did it, or you just don't want to tell?
I do know why I did it. Just letting them tell.
Okay. You do know why you did it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you set the house on fire too?
I tried to. I don't know if it actually got the whole house on fire now.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it did. I mean, a little bit, I think, but not bad or anything. Have you been having problems with your mom?
No, sir.
We found a book on a notepad that was on you. It said some things in there. Is that notepad yours that we found? It talks about your mom and about.
Yes, sir.
And that's what's so important about this. I mean, we want to understand what, like I said, you don't have to tell us if you don't want to, but we want to understand, what happened. I mean, that's important. And I know it could be kind of scary to talk about, but.
Would you feel more comfortable if there was just one person in the room?
I don't mind having two people here.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, like I told you in your rights, you don't have to tell us if you don't want to. It's very important, though, that, something like this that happens, there's usually a reason for it. And, that's what we want to know, if there's a reason. This is your time to tell us, why that happened,
I'd rather not, sir.
Okay.
When you talk to people on the phone, who do you talk to? I mean, do you have friends you chat with or anything like that?
No, sir. I usually only talk to my mother and my brother and my home.
So you don't have any friends other than your mother and your brother that you talk to?
No, sir.
When you get home and your mom goes to bed at 9, where are you and what are you doing in the house? Or are you in the house?
I was in my room already planning everything.
You were in your bedroom or in the room where the fire was started?
The room where the fire was started.
What do you call that room?
What do you call it? Game room.
Game room? So you're in the game room planning everything?
Yes, sir.
All right. And how long does it take you to plan that?
Only a few minutes, but I waited for several hours to make sure everybody in the house was asleep.
How did you make sure they were asleep?
I just waited and then checked on them.
Just checked on them, opened the door and looked at them?
Yes, sir. I killed her at around 11 p.m., I think. And I think she went to sleep at around 9 o'clock.
Okay. When you killed her, what about your brother lives there with you too, right? That's the only person who lives with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you do anything to him?
No, sir. I was kind of expecting the fire to kill him.
Oh, you were? Okay. Where'd you get the sledgehammer at?
From my garage.
Okay, and what about, how did you try and set the fire?
First I tried to drag the lawnmower upstairs and empty the fuel tank in the room, but I couldn't do that, so I just poured a bottle of whiskey on the floor and lit it on fire.
A bottle of whiskey?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And was that before or after you hit your mom?
After.
After, okay. How many times did you hit her with the sledgehammer?
I don't know.
I mean, any estimation?
I'd say at least 12.
12 times. Where did you hit her at on her body?
Around the head area.
Okay, was she sleeping at the time, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did she wake up and say anything to you?
No, sir. I put my fingers on her neck to check her pulse and make sure she was dead.
Did you touch her anywhere else?
No, sir.
Have you thought about touching her anywhere else?
No, sir.
When you left, what were your plans at that point?
I haven't thought about the record.
Oh, yeah. When did you think about doing this? I mean, when did this pop into your head as far as killing your mom?
Several years ago.
Had you told anybody about it?
No, sir.
So, with this, I mean, thinking about this, was your mom just bad to you, or
No, sir.
a pretty good mom? Was she a pretty good mom, or?
She wasn't very good mom. She wasn't very good. I don't know.
He mentioned a note that has been found. When did you have a chance to write that?
While I was waiting and after I did it.
So
You did the whole note, there's like two and a half pages, you did it all tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you did some before you killed your mother and some after?
Yes, sir.
When did you write the last part? About what time did you write the last part?
I don't know, sometime around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., I think.
Okay, while you were out walking and stuff?
Yes, sir.
Was it before you bought the Pepsi at the Thorntons?
Yes, sir.
You had your phone with you for a while. Did you call anybody on your phone?
No, sir.
Okay, what'd you do with your phone?
I didn't do anything with it. I didn't even realize it was in the pocket until I left.
So where's it at now?
I threw it in the kitchen.
Why'd you throw it away?
I assumed that I could be tracked for that.
Okay. What was your plans as far, I mean, you didn't have any plans on where you're heading to, or how, evidently you were trying to escape and trying to get away from police. You don't remember where you're trying to go to?
No, sir.
You had a backpack, and so you had stuff, you were just gonna walk and just try and get out of the area?
Yes, sir.
So why is the knife outside?
I was trying to put it into my backpack, and then the fire alarm started, and I just ran home.
What were you going to use that knife for?
Same thing I used the sledgehammer for.
Who were you going to use the knife on?
No specific person.
Were you looking to kill someone else tonight?
Only if they got in my way.
What do you mean by that?
If they tried to stop me from escaping.
So the lady at Thornton's who sold you the Pepsi, she was never in any danger.
No, sir.
But the officer that arrested you could have potentially been in danger if you were of the mind.
I guess, but it would be kind of pointless considering he had a gun and I just had a knife and a hammer.
What if he didn't have a gun and he tried to stop you?
I wouldn't attack him unless I was provoked by him.
Were you provoked by your brother?
No, sir.
Were you provoked by your mother?
No, sir.
This is kind of serious. I mean, Zach, it's kind of serious thing to think about killing your mom. You didn't try and talk to anybody about this?
No, sir.
Why not? I mean, wouldn't it not bother you? Or
Yes, sir.
did it bother you?
No, sir.
Oh, it didn't bother you? Have you ever hurt anybody before?
No, sir.
Well, I mean, how do you feel when you killed your mom?
I didn't think my name.
What did you do with the sledgehammer after you hit her with it?
I just laid it in the laundry room.
Why did you hit her about 12 times with it? Why so many times?
To make sure she was dead. Kind of like that, basically.
So you're right-handed?
Yes, sir.
Stand back up. Stand back up. Is that blood on your pants right there? In the front, right where your crotch is.
Oh, no, that's dirty.
Did you change
This
clothes?
is blood, though.
Oh, okay. And is that your mother's blood?
Yes, sir.
Are those the same shoes you were wearing?
Yes, sir.
Those are the same pants you were wearing?
Yes, sir.
That's the same shirt you were wearing?
No, sir.
Where's the shirt you were wearing?
I threw it away.
Why'd you get rid of that shirt?
It had pieces of my mother's brain stuck to it.
In the book, in the Misery book, one of the characters uses a sledgehammer. Am I correct in that?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure you didn't get any of your thought process from from that book?
Yes, sir.
So, so do you think, so you're saying that's strictly coincidence?
Yes, sir.
So you didn't draw any kind of thought process from the book Misery as to how you killed your mother?
No, sir.
Zach, we've been doing this a long time, and I mean, sledgehammer is a very unusual weapon to kill somebody with. So that's why he and I are asking that question, why a sledgehammer?
I would have used a knife, but I was worried that I missed the vital area.
Did you have any other type of weapons in the house that you thought about using?
Something about using a claw hammer.
A claw hammer?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you don't remember feeling anything? Did you cry?
No, sir.
Were you screaming when you were hitting her?
No, sir.
Did you say anything to her before you hit her?
No, sir.
Did you love your mother?
Somewhat.
When you say somewhat, I mean, is there anything she's ever did to you that you hate her for?
No, sir.
So you can rewind the clock and go back. What would you do?
I would probably kill Josh with a sledgehammer, too.
Do you still want to kill Josh?
Yes.
And you're not going to tell me why?
No, sir.
I'm really curious as to why. I mean, you said that he was the only confidant you had, You didn't talk to anybody else. Why would you want to get rid of the only person that you confide in and talk to?
I don't know.
Well, you said you don't want to tell me, so you do know. There's a difference in wanting to tell me and not knowing. You just told me you did want to tell me, so you do know why you want to kill your brother and you killed your mother. I would just like for you to share that with me.
I'd rather not, sir.
But you will admit that you know why you did it.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. Do you always talk like you're talking to us now?
Yes, sir.
So if I talk to someone that knows you or a teacher, they're going to say, this is your demeanor. This is how you talk.
Most likely.
And so you're always monotone and robotic when you talk.
Yes, sir.
You ever laugh?
Sometimes.
What makes you laugh?
Various things.
Various things.
Give me an example.
Well, I was laughing myself when I killed my mother.
You were what?
I was laughing when I killed my mother.
You were laughing? Why were you laughing?
I don't know.
Were you laughing your ass off at that time?
Yes, sir.
Why were you laughing your ass off when you killed your mother?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. We went over this a while ago. You know why that you wanted to kill your mom. You just don't want to tell me.
No, I actually don't know why I was laughing.
Well, was it a sense of accomplishment?
No, sir.
Do you laugh when you read the horror books?
No, sir.
Did you laugh today or yesterday when you read Misery?
No, sir.
Do you see do you see why it would be difficult for me to understand why that would be funny?
Yes, sir.
A lot of people say it's just highly unusual for a 15-year-old to take a sledgehammer and be laughing his ass off and hit her in the head with it 12 times. What do you think?
I don't have any more information to give to him.
You can't think of any reason whatsoever.
No, sir.
What did he do to you?
They should definitely arrive to Tennessee.
How long ago was that cut? How long you been in Tennessee?
Since 2008, I think, or 2007. I don't really remember the exact date.
Did you tell your mom about it?
Yes, sir.
What'd she do?
She didn't believe me.
Didn't believe you? Did he look you after that?
No, sir.
Just that one time is when he did it?
Yes, sir.
And
How old would you have been then? Did you hold any ill will towards him for that?
Yes, sir.
And the conversation you had with your mother about that, can you tell us about that?
She thought it was my imagination.
Did she ever talk to him?
Not that I know of.
Did he never mention anything?
No, sir.
Why did he stop doing it?
I stopped bathing after that.
You stopped bathing,
Yes, sir.
and he stopped, and that made him stop?
Yes, sir.
when you mean stop bathing, you mean you stop taking baths and showers altogether?
Yes, sir.
So how did you clean yourself?
I didn't.
You haven't cleaned yourself since 2008?
I have inconsistent intervals, but it's not very common.
Okay.
There's always a reason. There's always a story. And just because it's your story and we're sitting here today doesn't make it any less important to us. It's important to us to find out what the truth is. We would like to deal with that, but we want to hear your side of it. We want to know what happened. Why did, that obviously upset you. Your mom didn't do anything. You know why it took this long for you to act out?
No, sir.
They just boiled and boiled and boiled? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Would there have been any certain thing tonight that would have set that off? I mean, made you think about doing this? I mean, anything particular that happened of all nights, you know, since 2008 to 2012 now, of all nights since then that you would have did this?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think what should happen if somebody did what you did?
I don't know.
I mean,
I guess whatever's necessary.
whatever's necessary. I mean, what do you feel? I mean, what do you feel? I mean, if somebody was to do this to you, what should happen to them?
I don't think it would really matter. Because if you give them the death sentence, they'll die, and if you give them a life sentence, they'll die in prison anyway. So in the end, it doesn't really matter.
So, did you think about the consequences when you did this? What could happen to you?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me about that?
No, sir.
Why not?
I'd rather not, sir.
I mean, I'm talking about, do you think if you get caught by the police and do you think that was a possibility?
Yes, sir.
And if you got caught by the police, what do you think would have happened to you?
Well, since I only killed one person, I seem to get the life sentence. But I don't know how it works here.
Do you always look at people through your eyebrows?
I don't know.
You've been doing it all morning. Do you do that? Is that a habit, or is that something that you're just starting to do?
I guess it's a habit. I've never really noticed.
You never really noticed?
No, sir.
Nobody's ever said anything to you about it?
No, sir.
Why'd you giggle?
It's just...
I mean, you don't know that you do that right there?
No, sir.
Okay. I'm not picking on you, I'm just... It looks kind of evil when you do that, I'm gonna have to say. I think you know you're doing it. And you're smiling about it, so I think you're pretty aware of what you're doing.
No, I didn't realize I was doing it.
Yeah, you did.
Did y'all have any, I mean, was there any problems between you and him, or him and your mom, or
Nothing more.
did they have any disagreements, or, I mean, was there anything
Like, I think they would argue.
other than normal parents?
Not that I know of.
But when you got in trouble was at school, I think it was last year, what happened to cause that when you got in a fight? Somebody said they were picking on Zach.
Oh, no, that was 8th grade.
Oh, was it 8th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Middle school.
Yeah.
What happened to cause, I mean, what were they doing?
He was like like a piece of paper, like, you know how you roll up a thing of paper.
Mm-hmm.
He was just kind of hitting him with that.
Hitting Zach with it?
Yeah, and I told the kid to stop, and he went up there and did it again. So,
Okay. And what was Zach's take on that?
I
I mean, was he mad that the guy was hitting him, or was he just indifferent, or did he ask you to do something about it? Or was
no, he didn't ask me to do anything.
Okay. Just taking up for little brother. Has he always been talking that monotone voice?
Like quiet.
He's kind of quiet, and, you know, his voice don't go up or down, it's just like a flat monotone voice. Is that the way he normally talk, all the way? When did he start talking that way?
It's always been the way I remember it.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that doing when you get home?
I think she's playing Xbox. We kind of keep to ourselves, I guess.
Okay, so you and Zach don't have a good relationship?
Well, no, we do. It's just like I don't know. Like he just kind of, you know, stays to himself. He's kind of a quiet person, I guess.
Have you been having any problems? I mean,
He's always been kind of like quiet, I guess odd.
You didn't see anything tonight that was any different than the way he normally acts?
I mean, no. I went and talked to my mom for a little while and then
Remember about what time that was?
that was right around 9 probably. That was right when I said goodnight. And she went to sleep and then I went upstairs and was in my room.
So you talked to her for a few minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
She was working out when I went in there, so I worked out with her for a minute.
What was she doing when you said she was working out? What was she working out?
Like, like doing stuff. Then I woke up around, I'm not sure what time it is, time of the thing was going off. And, at first I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a sound in my room. Then I figured out it was a fire alarm. I was running around and I was looking for my brother upstairs in his room. He wasn't in there and I saw the fire was started in there. So I ran downstairs to get my mom and the door was locked. So I had to kick the door in to get in there. And then I was floor on the bed.
What did you do then?
I just went outside the house and called 911 and went and got my neighbor's market shot.
When you went in the bedroom, at any time did you touch your mom? When you went in that room?
No, I don't think so. Like no.
He witnessed the altercation.
Like I ran in and then I saw her. I like freaked me out.